Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a trip to India. Not my pita. Oh, no, no, no. Not my pita. That's probably the last laugh you guys are going to get because this story is a crazy, crazy, horrific story. And it's all the way in good old downtown India. We're going to India. All right. Okay. So this transgender, obviously, P word, claimed he was female by birth in an effort to avoid a child R word conviction. Yes, as you do in order to avoid criminal prosecution, you claim to be the opposite biological sex. Not my beta. No. Okay, I got to be serious because this is actually a pretty serious story. So a trans identified male, okay, so otherwise known as a trans woman, even though we know that it's not a woman, in India has been sentenced to 20 years in prison after brutally R-wording an 8-year-old girl. Disgusting. Farim Kinar reportedly tried to claim his transgender identity made it impossible for him to have R-worded the child. Man, imagine that as your defense. Your Honor, my defense is I could not have possibly done this. It's impossible because of my biological sex. Even though my real biological sex is that I'm male, but I think that I am a woman. So how does that work exactly? Because women have been known to R-word kids too. It's a pretty illogical argument, if you ask me. But nevertheless, because you claim to be something you're actually not, or transgender. Oh, dear. Just when you bring up India for me, man, I get into all the accents and other stuff. But because you are transgender, it somehow gives you a loophole. What a ridiculous argument. The you-know-what assault occurred in March of 2022 in the city of Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. The child had visited the home of Kinar's aunt to watch TV, but was soon targeted by the man who led her to his own nearby residence. What a disgusting pig. Kinar's exact age is unknown, and he has been reported as being between 20 and 30 years of age. When the girl returned to her mother, she was experiencing, oh, poor thing, vaginal bleeding and had to be rushed to the hospital where she was admitted and spent 10 days in treatment. The poor little thing. During an interview with police, the girl revealed that Kinar had threatened her against speaking out about what happened. According to the Times of India, Kinar was arrested on June 22 and booked on charges of R-word on a woman less than 12 years of age and criminal intimidation. In a bizarre turn, Kinar's defense lawyer attempted to argue in court that Kinar was female transgender by birth and cannot commit R-word. How? I don't see how that correlates in the slightest, but hey, I mean, the defense lawyer, who probably appointed to Kinar, last ditch effort, right? Adding that his gender identity made it impossible for him to have committed the assault. What a biggest pile of bull, if you ask me. Oh, my identity. It makes it impossible for me to commit these acts. Goodness me. The court then ordered Kinar to undertake a you-know-what test demonstrating he was biologically male. Good on the court. Oh, dear, oh, dear. During final proceedings on Monday, Special Judge Amun Shankar Kar found Kinar guilty based on both DNA evidence and victim testimony and sentenced him to 20 years imprisonment. That's probably not enough time, if you ask me. I would have gone life imprisonment or far worse. It is India after all, but I don't think the prisons in India are nice or sanitary. But anyway, I think he's going to rot over there. Kinnar was also ordered to pay a fine of 12,000 rupees, approximately $140 USD, to his victim, which would be a lot of money over there. While limited details on the case have been made available, likely in part due to the young age of the victim, it is speculated that Kinnar may belong to the Hijra subculture, while initially defined as a third gender in India. Hijra have increasingly been referred to as transgender, both locally and in news reports. Hijra are primarily characterized by the development of their feminine identity through their sexual receptiveness to men, as well as castration ceremony that some, but not all, undertake. Hijra wear stereotypically feminine clothes and often leave their family to join fictive kinship hierarchies with other Hijra, many of which are criminal gangs. Imagine that, criminal gang made up of men wearing female clothes. Hey, man, that's scary. Not my bidder, wearing female clothes. In some regions of India, Hijra was traditionally invited to bless newborn children in exchange for gifts and money, but the tradition has been declined in recent years, or it's been declining. While Hijra participation in crime, particularly in, trafficking and child abuse, has skyrocketed over the past decade. Yeah, I wonder why that is. As previously reported by Redux in February, a trans-identified male was sentenced to death after a Mumbai court convicted him of R-wording a 3-month-old infant. The perpetrator, who did openly identify as a Hijra, abducted the baby girl, tormented her and murdered her in an act of vengeance against the family for not offering him a customary money gift or badhai after the child's birth. Goodness me, mate. So that does not give you any kind of excuse whatsoever to do what you did. It's not the baby's fault, for goodness sake. Why are you carrying it out on the baby? Leave the baby alone, man. Absolutely disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. Now I'm going Scottish or Irish. Anyway, that's enough from me, my friends. But you guys take care. Be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.